And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Today, we're going to be counting down the top 10 budget cards in NBA 2K22 My Team. So, what constitutes a budget card? Either a card under a set amount of MT. In this case, I would say 10 to 15k MT would be appropriate for like a budget cutoff, or a card that I think is well below its actual value. So, I will explain why every card is here. Just like normal, we'll start off with a few honorable mentions. Honorable mention number one would be Hal Greer. The reason Hal Greer is on this list, he is a little bit more expensive than every other card on this list, but I think relative, if you're looking to his value compared to his price, he well exceeds. Okay, why are you guys trying to get 72k for a Hal Greer? You are... Yeah, okay. Realistically, you can get Hal Greer for somewhere around 15 to 20k. Which is a really good price for him. Like, Hal Greer is 6'2" with base 22, so he's really similar to Drew Holiday, but overall 93 pointer. Like, he's not really going to be dunking or anything, but he is fast with 92 speed. As far as badges go, I mean, catch and shoot, mismatch, blinders, triple threat juke. As far as Hoffs, I mean, not the greatest, but he's got a very large stable of gold badges as well. This card is one of the most complete point guards that you can buy in the game, let alone for the price that you can buy. If you're looking for a 3-point hunting point guard and you have under 20k, look no further than Hal Greer. He's absolutely worth every single bit. Number two on the honorable mentions would be a card that I personally don't like that much, but I do recognize the value he brings, and that is Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, if you're on next gen, he's actually a very efficient post scorer, in addition to being able to spread the floor, which at this point, like last year, by this time last year, we already, in addition to like all the high tier options, had low tier options like Rafe LaFrance that you could buy for relatively cheap, in addition to Bargiani, as far as like floor spacing big men. And this year, we really don't have that many in this case, but we do have this Karl-Anthony Towns, who's really overall solid. Like 83 3-pointer is good for a big man. He's not going to be handling the ball. He's decent rebounding. He's got good size. The badge count's okay. Like, at least has gold catch and shoot, gold set, gold green machine, etc. Silver blinder, silver sniper, hot zone, corner specialist. Like, he's got decent stable of badges, and you can upgrade some of them, which is always good. You can upgrade like his corner, his volume, his hot zone, his sniper, etc. So I'm not saying he's the greatest card in the world, but he's absolutely a solid card. He does need some like defensive badges like rim protector and stuff added to him to really like maximize his potential. But other than that, I mean, clutch shooter and Deadeye for sure, certainly as well, but those are kind of expensive badges. Well, Deadeye anyway. Clutch shooter is not really that expensive, but if you're looking for a floor stretching big man for cheap, who's also going to be able to bang in the post a little bit, Karl-Anthony Towns is probably your guy. Next up is another signature series card in the honorable mentions, a card that I like quite a bit, but I know some people don't like him, and that's Bruce Bowen. Signature Bruce Bowen you can get for around 5-6k. I think is a really good price for him. I mean, he does come standard with Hall of Fame corner specialist, Hall of Fame clamps. He also has a very easy to time jump shot, at least in my opinion. I like Bruce Bowen a lot. He also has gold catch and shoot, glue hands, pickpocket, intimidator, gold blinder, set shooter, hot zone hunter, menace, ball stripper. Even comes with like silver clutch shooter. You can give some badges to him as well. Nothing crazy as far as like what you can give him. Fearless finisher is really the only badge I would realistically look to give him. You can't upgrade too much on this card. Floor general too, I guess. Bruce Bowen's good too. He's also got really nice size at 6'7", 220. He's not going to be handling the ball very well. He's basically a pure 3-and-D card. And I do think there's guys on this list that are a little bit better, but Bruce Bowen's nice. So this card I actually think is good enough to be relatively high up on the list, but it's very divisive. Some people love this card, other people hate it, and that's Marcus Smart. Now, that being said, he plays a little bit better at the shooting guard than he does at the point guard. He is an absolute defensive monster. This dude gets more steals than almost any card in the game at this point. 94 steal, he's really low to the ground as well, which is very helpful. 95 perimeter defense with an 80 interior too. More importantly, this card can shoot though. 93-point shot, huge, pretty easy to time release as well. He's not the best ball handler, so he's much better, like I said, played at the shooting guard, but he's also not the fastest. 95 lateral quickness is really good. He's just altogether really nice. 75 pass intercept, 70 on ball steal. Look at his badges. He's got gold catch and shoot, gold pickpocket, clamps, defensive leader, lucky number 7, blinder, circus 3. He has gold chef for some reason. Quick first step, dead eye, sniper. Pretty much every shooting badge that you could ask for, Marcus Smart kind of has it. So he also has like silver limitless Spada, which is upgradable as well. He needs difficult shots and corner specialist just in case he finds himself in the corner. Other than that, I mean, this card is really solid overall. You should definitely pick him up, especially for the low price he's going for. And then, come on, this is a budget tier list. You should have known, well, ranking, I should say. You should have known my boy was coming through at some point. Where are you at? Mike Muscala. Whoa. What happened to his price, dude? Have I been hyping him too hard? I do not have that DBG reach. I can't be hyping cards to, like, increased value at this point. 7,400 for Mike Muscala. All right, look, here's the thing, though. He's 6'10" with a 92 3-pointer. Admittedly, just kind of an awkward release, but it's greenable for sure. Like, he's not playing any defense whatsoever. That is for sure. He's not really that fast either, but he can stroke and he can rebound the ball. And that's really all you nearly need from Mike Muscala. He suffers from what I like to call Kevin Love syndrome, where basically all he can do is shoot threes and rebound and literally nothing else. And that's kind of what you're getting from Mike Muscala. But I mean, there's not really any other centers in the game that have gold limitless, gold blinders, gold set shooter, like this combination of shooting badges. Like, he's kind of alone here. You kind of need Mike Muscala if you're looking for a stretch big like this at this point. He's about all we have. So, number 10 would be a card that everyone probably has, or at least has heard of, and that's Robert Covington. Now, you can get an Amethyst upgraded Robert Covington for about the same price as the Ruby. Maybe 1,000 MT more. It's definitely worth 1,000 MT, I think, if you don't want to sit here and do the Evo. The Evo's not that hard, though, so I recommend doing it. 6'7", 225. He's not really handling the ball at all, but he's got an 86 3-pointer. He's got a 79 ball handle, which isn't terrible, but he also plays pretty solid defense. He's going to do a little bit of everything. And as far as the badge count goes, he has Hall of Fame off-ball pest, which isn't great, but catch and shoot corner specialist, like glue hands, pickpocket, clamps, intimidator, blinder, set shooter. He is exactly what you would expect from Robert Covington. You know what I mean? I wish you could upgrade badges, but you can't. What you get, or what you see, is what you get with Robert Covington, but he still has some of the best defensive animations in the game, and for that reason, he's on the list. Now, number 9 is a card that, if you're playing this card at the small forward, I think he's actually better than Robert Covington. That's my own personal opinion. That's Matisse Thybulle. He's also way cheaper, and his release is better. That's my opinion anyway. 6'5", so he's a little bit small to play at the small forward, but he's so good defensively, he can definitely hold it down. I use this card on my main squad at the shooting guard off my bench over, pretty much anyone else. Like, I use him over Bruce Bowen. That's who I used to use. I use him over Chris Mullen. He's just so good defensively. 86 3-pointer, really easy to green release as well. 86 ball handle, so he can hold it down. 84 block, 97 steal, 92 perimeter defense. Just a god tier defender. Looking at the badges, I mean, he's got gold corner specialist, teardropper, gold clamps, intimidator. He also has like green machine and stuff as well. I believe he does have gold catch and shoot, it's just non-upgradable. Still fire regardless. As far as silver's got like downhill, quick first step, unstrippable. I believe they are. Quick first step is not upgradable. Haters, absolute haters. They don't want to see my man Matisse really shine. They know how overpowered this card is. That's what it is. Other than that, this card is pretty much everything you'd be looking for from a bench 3-and-D wing or shooting guard. I cannot recommend this card highly enough. He is so good. Number 8 is a card that I think a lot more people like. I personally prefer Matisse Thybulle. If I was ranking this for just myself, Matisse would be number 1, probably. Jordan Clarkson. Would have been really nice to see him get that Evo, because I think if he could play a little bit better defense, he'd be one of the best point guards in the game at this tier. Absolutely. If you're looking for pure offense, like, look at him biting his lip right here. He's so excited about something. He's got a lot of faces on his arm and dice. It's pretty cool. I wonder if he actually gambles or that's just for aesthetic purposes. Curious. Let me know down in the comments. He pretty much has every offensive badge you'd want him to have at this point. I mean, he is a great offense only point guard. He does play a little bit better at the shooting guard, I think, overall, but he can still ball handle and stuff, so he's a really solid point guard. He's not the worst defender in the world. I mean, especially if you're someone who uses like Trae Young, he's basically like a budget version of that. Jordan Clarkson's solid. He does kind of look like a hamster in this picture, but I'll look past it. Number 7 is what I would say one of the most overrated cards in the game, but he's overrated for a reason, and that is Eric Snow. Eric Snow is absolutely overrated for sure. If you listen to any content creator, especially someone who favors budget cards, talk about this card, you would think he was Jesus Christ himself. He's relatively okay. He is pretty good. If you're looking for a pretty good all-around point guard that's really cheap, Eric Snow, kind of what you're looking for. Kind of a meh jump shot, 6'3", 93 three-pointer, though. He's not dunking the ball or anything. He's basically a slightly worse version of Ricky Rubio. That's like the best way I would describe Eric Snow. Like, if I'm being completely non-biased about this card, he is a slightly worse version of like Ricky Rubio or Hal Greer. Like, that's kind of what I can say about him. I mean, he's got a good stable of the badges. You know, he's got like gold clamps, got catch and shoot, corner specialist and stuff, lucky number 7, blinders, like quick first step, sniper, hot zone hunter with good hot zones around the 3-point line. He's overall solid. Limitless, Spot Up, and Chef are both upgradable, and if you upgrade those two, I'm sure he's a little bit better. That's the problem with upgradable badges. I feel like people overrate cards based on what they could be if they were fully badged up, which I think is like not helpful for the majority of players when you're looking at it, but that's just me. Number 6. Are you shocked to see my man coming through? John Havlicek, specifically NBA 75 John Havlicek. And the reason I would say him is because he can actually have every badge in the game added to him. You know, you can actually choose how you want to upgrade this card as opposed to the Flash one, which does have some limitations. And they're about the same price. But John Havlicek is a really easy to green jump shot. He's very well-rounded as far as like what he can do. Any kind of play style you want to implement with John Havlicek, he can hold it down. Look at that face. Do you not trust that face? Of course you do. He looks like he's going to sell you a washer and dryer. Of course you trust that face. That's a salesman face. He actually probably did sell washer and dryer at some point. So washer and dryer, like just singular ones. Anyways, John Havlicek is fire. Like in every sense of the word. This is another guy who uses my bench shooting guard occasionally. He's got Hall of Fame hustler, which just makes too much sense for John Havlicek. I mean, this guy looks like a Hall of Fame gym rat. Catch and shoot corner specialist off the rip. He's also got gold clamps, gold interceptor, blinders, space creator, clutch shooter, deadeye, sniper. Like I said, easy to green release as well. Lucky number 7, circus threes. Like, he's got pretty much everything you need him to get, except he doesn't have like limitless spot up, but you can easily add that to him if you get the NBA 75 version, because he can get every badge in the game. You can also give him chef and rhythm shooter as well, downhill, set shooter, quick first step, which I highly recommend putting on him if you have extras, because he's actually a surprisingly competent rim runner. I know you wouldn't, think that by looking at him, but number 5, DeJounte Murray. Now, he's a very competent offensive player. He's also one of the best defensive players in the game, in my opinion. 6'4", so he's big enough to hold down even like the best of the point guards like John Wall or even like a Gary Payton on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, he can rim run pretty well. He can 3-point shoot decent. He's got kind of an iffy release, in my opinion, but it is what it is. 92 ball handle, 96 pass accuracy, like 90. I think it's an 89 or a 90 perimeter defense. I can't remember. With like an 82 steal, I think, or 83, which isn't that great, but it's definitely worthwhile. 79 defensive rebound. He will get boards. Like, decent speed as well. I mean, he's relatively good altogether. This one's kind of badged up, so let me look at a regular one. Difficult shots, fearless, pickpocket, lucky number 7. He does need some badge additions. He does come standard with gold quick first step, so he can rim run pretty well as well. Silver catch and shoot, silver clamps. Those need to be upgraded if possible. I can't remember if you can. Yeah, you can do clamps for sure, which is definitely needed. Other than that, I mean, this card's just very well-rounded. Somebody I used for a long period of time. Number 4, the big man himself. Where is he? I never know how to spell his name. Ha Sung Jin or Sung Jin Ha. I honestly don't know because of the way the NBA insists on putting in Asian player names. Like, they always switch them around for some reason, so I don't actually know. This is probably the best center you can buy for cheap on next gen. He's also relatively good on current gen, but Current gen's a lot easier to score in traditional ways, and it's a lot less host friendly than next gen. So if you're on next gen, this is way more relevant than on current gen. Hwasong Jin is essentially Yao Ming with stamina, and he can shoot the three a little bit. There's really nothing wrong with this card at all. He's good on both gens. He's just significantly better on next gen. If you're on next gen, you're looking for a point guard. Point guard. If you're looking for a center, I wish you could play point guard. That'd be fantastic. This is the guy for you. Number 3 is a card I'm pretty sure everyone has that's watching this, Saddiq Bey. I mean, Saddiq Bey is incredible for his price, and he's actually more expensive than I thought he was going to be at like 4,000. That's because everyone uses this card. That being said, I mean, he's 6'7" with one of the easiest to green jump shots in this game, in my opinion, off the catch and shoot. Pretty much a fantastic stable of badges. He is the premier small forward or power forward. Honestly, I prefer him at the small forward because he's 6'7", but that's really a personal preference that you can buy at the budget tier in this game. He's fantastic. I don't really even need to talk to him. Number 2, the most annoying card in this game. I hate him so much on so many varying levels, and that is Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah, he's a little bit expensive. If you're on current gen and you want to be super annoying on unlimited or on TTO or literally anywhere, Kristaps is the guy. 7'3", he moves significantly too fast. I know the speed doesn't look like it's a lot, but for some reason, even a 65 speed on Kristaps is significantly faster than a 99 speed on like a Moses Form. I don't know what it is. Like, Kristaps just looks like he runs so fast and he's so gangly that he's able to just contest and block shots at a higher clip than pretty much everybody else in this game. If Kristaps Porzingis was even a quarter as like of the skill or of the tier that he is in 2K in real life, he would be a perennial all-star, but he's not. I hate him so much. I literally do. But if you're looking to annoy people on current gen, there's no one better for that price. I'm sorry, it's just not true. Number 1, Mikal Bridges. I personally think this is the absolute best value card in the game right now. Mikal Bridges is no joke. Like 6'6". I wish he could play the shooting guard, but he can't. 89 3-pointer, 80 driving dunk. He's only got a 79 ball handle, but it's not really that big of a deal. 94 steal, 90 perimeter defense. If you're looking to contain some of the better small forwards in this game, look no further than Mikal Bridges. I would be willing to say he's the closest card in the game in relation to defensive prowess next to Matisse Thybulle. If you were to make a budget squad and run Matisse Thybulle at the shooting guard and Mikal Bridges at the small forward, you would have an absolute lethal 1-2 punch on the defensive end. It's crazy. This card, you can get him for as low as like 4K. He is absolutely worth every single ounce of MT. I cannot be more serious about that. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Loots. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Sorry I've been a little spacey in the video. I'm so ungodly tired this morning. This morning, it's like actually afternoon. Look, my heater in my bedroom was like doing this loud pitch whistling all night, so I got like no sleep, so I apologize. Drop a like in this video, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Double whiff. Bye.